Okay, guys, we are back. We are back here for True Detective. Third week. We're here for the review. Now, most of the critics have been really saying that this season, season two of True Detective, has gotten off to a bit of a rocky start. However, I, I'm enjoying it. That's what matters to me. Okay, I'm starting to love it. First two episodes. This episode was actually a very good episode. Okay, not really too much of the action going on, but just little subtle hints here and there. Okay, let's start off this review with the cliffhanger of last week, which left everybody wondering whether Colin Farrell, his character, Ray Velcro, was actually dead or not. Okay, that's what you were wondering. Turns out, I gotta admit, the cliffhanger turned out to be a little shitty. It turned out the shotgun blasts that he took from point blank range, they weren't regular shotgun shells, they were riot shells. Okay? Something that a cop would use. Even though I thought personally it was kind of like a shitty way to end the cliffhanger to make sure Velcro survives, I think it is a good plot twist because now you're thinking, maybe a cop did it. Okay, so it turns out for a good plot twist. However, I think race survival very essential. So for the four characters, not really. Um, I mean, they're kind of getting to me, but not really getting to me on a personal level. Okay. With Velcro's character, just the puffy face, no, the sad eyes, just the burnt out human being. It really makes you feel for Colin Farrell as a person. That's how good of a job he's doing with his character. I commend him for that, and he is the best thing going so far. I've said it last week. The best thing going so far for True Detective. Rachel McAdams, Annie Bezarides. She's doing fine so far. I know people are probably saying, well, yeah, she's doing a great job. Yeah, she's doing fine so far with her tough, no nonsense, backbone, strong headed woman detective, but not really showing me, too much of a background. She seems just a little bit of a stale character to me, compared, however, to Taylor Kitsch's character, Paul Woodrow. Really nothing going with him so far that much. Um, Annie hints at this week on True Detective saying use those looks for something useful. I guess he just like I said last week, he's kind of mysterious to me. I'm trying to think what direction he's going in, trying to look for where he's going, where he's headed, where Nick Pizzolatto is writing Taylor Kitsch. Maybe he's playing at the end of the season, the biggest part of the season. Who knows? Okay, I'm just looking at where he's headed. This episode, once again, not really too much going on for Taylor Kitsch. He's just hitting the pavement, looking for clues, the whereabouts of Ben Casper, anything he can get his hands on, talking hookers on the street, talking to male hustlers, all that shit, going to the clubs. He's just doing solid detective work, trying to figure out anything he can for this case. That's really all he's doing so far in this episode. As for Vince Vaughn, Nick Pizzolatto has really kept Vince Vaughn, on a tight leash. Tight leash. His character Frank Simeon, you have the land deal falling down around him. He's trying to keep it together. But this is the episode where Frank Simeon really just cracks. I mean, he's realizing that everything is coming down around him. Last week's episode, he started realizing it, still trying to keep everything together. This episode, it's still going on. He's still realizing all the deals that they're falling down around him. One of his the fuck is the term I'm trying to use? One of his fucking guards, one of his assistants was found killed. I think his name is Stan. His eyes looks like pecked out also. It really makes him believe, is somebody really coming after him? So he's getting a little paranoid, trying to keep his other guys in line, his other connections, his other networks in line. The fucking huge fat ass Chinese pimp from last week's episode with the fucking grill. Trying to keep him in line, showing his dominance, showing that he is alpha male, gets into a fight with that guy, kicks his ass. use the pliers to rip off that grill, saying I always hate these fucking things. So this is the episode where Frank Simeon's character really cracks. That's just the side that we're seeing of him. And it's good to see, finally, that he's not all the jargon, the legal jargon, all this vocabulary, all this vernacular. Finally, he's being let off the leash to show his true side, and I'm starting to like Vince Vaughn's character just a little more. Okay, you guys tell me how you think about the character so far. The fuck is that? If you guys, I don't know if you guys hear that in the background, but ignore that. So obviously, like I said, turns out Ray Velcro survived. We start the episode off with him in a bar with his father. He's having delusions. Is he in purgatory? Is he in hell? Is he in heaven? You see Conway Twitty, Conway Twitty, I believe his name is. If I'm correct, it might not be him, an impersonator of Conway Twitty, or if that's even his name. Singing one of his songs, fades away into a radio, and then you see Velcro, gasping up. Turns out it's riot shields, riot bullets, riot shells, as I said earlier in this review. And it turns out that Annie and Ray are starting to once again become closer. I said last week they have starting to develop a bond, but it really behooves Ray Velcro's character to really connect with Annie's character, because he's trying to find out. He says later in the episode, what does the state have on me? And his corrupt department really wants this fucking case closed quick. They don't want the state inquiry, the state up their ass. Annie's higher ups want her to get closer to Ray to find out how really crooked he is. So it really behooves both Annie and Ray to get close to each other for their bosses. And this episode really revolved around the detective work, really hard-boiled. They go to pieces in the puzzle. They go to a director's set trying to find out anything about Ben Casper. Really all they find out is what they already know. He's just a sex hound, just looking for fetish. He's just loves hookers, loves women, nothing they already know. Leads them to somebody's house. I forget whose house. Anyway, their car, while they're talking to somebody who quit their job, this mysterious man in a white mask, bombs their car. Ray Velcro, who's still running, he's injured, with Annie Bezzarides. They run around, see the man, and they are in pursuit. You see Annie run around, stop, motherfucker. Finally, the intense scenes that's what I love about True Detective. The intense scenes that really get your blood pumping, your heart racing, wondering what's going to happen. So of course we have that cliche, Annie running to the road, just foregoing any safety precaution to try to get this guy who says that has to be the killer, she says. Foregoing any safety precautions, she's pulled back by Ray. Annie's almost fucking killed, almost fucking run over by a truck. Thank God for Ray, who pulls her aside. And she says, thanks. And it says, yeah, thanks. Maybe you can tell me what the state has on me. Also later in the episode, he has another interaction with his ex-wife, trying to buy him off $10,000 to drop this custody battle. Just another background detail, storyline for Ray Velcro. Just like I said, he's just really so far this terrible human being, but you have to feel for him because that's his son. That's really all he has going for him. We see his father in this episode also, who is also a former detective. Could be detective or just former police. He has his badge. He's a drunk. His son, Ray Velcro, giving him weed. He threw his badge in the garbage. Ray takes it. Well, we saw in the previews for next week, he's going to give him the badge to his son. So he's really trying to connect back to his son, but this episode really revolved around not only the detective work, the hard-boiled detective work, like I just said, really Frank Simeon just breaking down. He's losing the ties with Ray Velcro, trying to keep him in line, really threatening him with Ray's murderous background. Velcro really seems really suspicious, and to be honest, I would be suspicious too. If you're gonna send me into a death trap, if you're gonna send me into a house where I'm gonna get fucking shot, I mean, I don't know about you guys, I'd be suspicious too. Why are you gonna send me there, okay? If we're fucking this close, why are you gonna send me there? So I'd be suspicious too. All in all, this episode's closed. Episode closed with Kelly Riley and Vince Vaughn, their characters, talking. Frank doesn't want to talk, and we have a wide shot of his house, the corridor, and that ends the episode. All in all, like I said, not too much action in this episode, but really set the groundwork. Okay, a lot of hints, a lot of directions. Ray Velcro, Paul Woodrow, and Annie can go to solve this crime. Vince Vaughn losing his connections, Paul Simeon. So we just have to wait and see how much this progresses, if we're going to see more action. But it was a solid episode. True Detective, not particularly my favorite out of the three. I enjoyed last week's episode more so than the first one and this one. But we'll have to see next week, July 6th, the 4th episode, for more of True Detective. Hopefully I summed the episode up nicely for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed my review. And if you did enjoy it, make sure you hit that like button down below. Constructive criticism, if you want to comment, that's what the comment section is for down below. If you love the video, really love the video, okay? If you can't get enough of it, you're going to keep clicking it, getting those views up. Make sure you favorite the fucking video. Of course, make sure you subscribe. Okay, we want to build this channel. We want to share this channel. Okay, make sure you share the video. I just posted my Everything Wrestling News number 2. Check it out, guys. 2K16 cover revealed for this Monday's Raw. Check that out. I appreciate you guys listening to my voice. Hopefully you enjoyed my review. Last week's review also down below. Okay, look forward to some more videos this coming week, guys. Peace out. Hopefully you guys had a great and safe, happy 4th of July weekend. Peace out, guys.